Alright, it's time for me to go on an adventure. I got my hair sort of red, I guess. I don't know. And I have my adventure bag right here, so I'm ready to go. Seems kind of small though for adventuring. JRPGs, we all know every bag is bottomless, so this will be fine. Hello everyone, thanks for watching Total Level here as, with the announcement of East 10 coming out this fall, kind of getting localized and everything, I thought it'd be fun to kind of look at East 10 here and just kind of share some of the features that you will expect for this game, hopefully help some people who are maybe on the fence on this, or maybe haven't tried the East games at all, just give a little backstory of this game, right? As won't really go into the story. I mean, one, I can't read Japanese anyway, so me playing this game, I'm still playing through it, so yeah, haven't beat it, but there's still quite a few new things I can talk about and all that, so yeah, I won't really talk about the story because, I could go on a wiki to look at it, but I'll wait for the full game to come out, and I just kind of want to talk about kind of the features and everything kind of new in this game. So if you want kind of going in this game as blind as possible, not too many spoilers or anything, then maybe this video won't be for you. If you do have a Japanese account for PlayStation, you can download the demo of this. I'm not sure about Nintendo, if there's a demo for that on the Switch if you have a Japanese account, but I know on PlayStation there is, so if you want to check that out, go ahead, because that demo is very, very long, and so you might get a good idea of what the gameplay is all about, right? And so just want to let people know about that, but if you just want to kind of know more about this game, if you are kind of on the fence and all that, then please, stay by and let's dive into East 10 Nordics and what to expect from this game. Now, just a quick overview for people who don't know about the East games, as the games always follow a person named Adol Kristen, who's this self-proclaimed adventurer, going on many different journeys throughout the world, along with his buddy Dogi that he meets in the first game, and these games are action RPGs, right, with fast, fluid combat, and pretty much since with E7 and up, they've kind of been this whole sort of action combat style with a lot of, just accessibility options, different difficulty options, things like that. Older East games were quite a bit different. Now, remakes have done a good job on kind of creating that same sort of level, right, where you have memories of Salsetta, right, and things like that, but just expect that this game is kind of that same action-oriented style, and a lot of this game will remind people of East 8 with its kind of island, ocean-type setting and everything like that, so really cool. And these games also are chronologically out of order all the time, so East 10 actually takes place way early on Adol's adventures, where I believe it takes place right after the second game as they're on their way to Salsetta, so that's where these games are really cool to jump in wherever, because the order doesn't exactly line up, right, like the timeline, so that's what makes these games really appealing. It's just how you can jump in from one game to another, and whatever gets people to join these games, because I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, you have to play from the beginning and go in order. Like, whatever order people want to play in, that's fine, especially if it helps them get into a series where they're like, hey, I love this game, I love this series now, I want to check out the other games, right? So just a quick little background on that. Now for the actual features, so this game, you just have two people you're playing as. You have Adol Kristen, of course, along with this girl named Karja, as you meet her early on, this kind of Viking pirate type character and everything, and kind of their destinies are sort of intertwined, they're kind of tethered together for whatever reason, right? And yeah, so they have to work together, but yeah, it's very different because of previous kind of Ys games have always been like, you know, different type of characters you get to meet, party members, everything like that, you know, a handful of different playable characters, but this one you only get 2, which is, you know, I do love my JRPGs with party members and as many as possible. It's one of the big reasons why I love JRPGs, but this is a nice change of pace from that usual formula. And yeah, you get these different combo type attacks, so you can do battles kind of solo where you're just controlling either Adol or Karja just by themselves, or you hold down a button and then yeah, you're all tied together and doing these combos all together and fighting together. So there's definitely advantages and disadvantages towards that, because when you're tied together, that means, you know, it's easier for enemies to attack you and you can't really dodge or anything like that, but your attacks are a lot more powerful, whereas if you're in solo mode, then yeah, you can dodge, block, things like that. It's easier to maneuver, but you're lot more, you know, you don't do as much damage, and yeah, you take more damage, things like that, right? You also, you know, anyone who's familiar with Ys games knows that a big trope of these games are getting key items or abilities that let you access other areas that were otherwise locked to you before, right? And in this case, a lot of this is kind of 2 different ways. So you got powers from Adol and Karja, where, you know, Adol has kind of this fire ability where he can burn down certain obstacles in the way, while Karja has a kind of water ice ability, so that if she's in water, she can create little pillars for you as platforms to get up onto higher ledges, right? And you also have like this mana ability, like, where, yeah, I only have 2 abilities so far, some sort of whip or kind of string mana ability where you can, you know, use it to get on like tree branches to swing across gaps, or you can close in on enemies. This ability is really cool because you can do cool little shortcuts, because you can tether right to enemies to get right up to them. So if an enemy's right on a ledge that's way too high for you to get up, you can just tether onto them and then you're up there. Really, really cool. And I think a lot of people who want to do speedruns, there's going to be cool opportunities for that. And I also got this kind of surfboard type ability where, yeah, you have these kind of string rails you can go on to, yeah, go faster, or yeah, little hills to, yeah, go down and yeah, just gain speed. I really like this ability, as yeah, it's really fun to use. And then kind of the last little bits is for this game. So previous Ys games, at least for 8 to 9, pretty much had just one area that was massive, right? That as you progress through the game, you get to unlock more and more of that area, where Ys 10 is, yeah, you're, like I said, a lot of it reminds me of 8 with the setting, but a lot of it reminds me of Zelda Wind Waker, because you get this boat and you travel from different islands and checking things out, you know, and that's really cool. Also, if people missed fishing in Ys 9, well, it's back here again in Ys 10. And yeah, so you get this boat to travel to different locations. You also get these ship battles, which, don't worry if you're, you know, not into it or you feel like it's going to be very in-depth. Like me just playing early on, it's very easy to play and maneuver, and these are pretty solid and fun, you know. There's not a whole lot of big depth to it. You get to upgrade your ship every now and then with different parts and make it stronger, or yeah, have more health and all that. But yeah, these battles, at least early on, aren't too bad. So yeah, really cool stuff and just different, right? It's a different kind of gameplay element that I don't mind. It's pretty fun, and then you get the return of raids again, so for people unfamiliar with raids, basically, you know, things like if you played Horde modes and other games like Gears of War, Halo, everything like that, it's somewhat like that where you got waves of enemies to defeat and you have to progress. In this game though, like, I only did one so far, but what I played is you do a mini ship battle and then you do this, kinda like go in a fort type area to defeat waves upon enemies, you know, trying to do different abilities to get better scores, everything like that. So yeah, pretty fun, and you know, they definitely really improved a lot of these raids over time, because with Ys 8, that was one of my main complaints with that game, is the raids were kind of, you know, basic and yeah, not too much to them, but yeah, they really upped the raid game, I guess, in these ones, so yeah, pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this little look, you know, that's pretty much the big features. There might be a couple I'm missing here and there, but if I am, well, hey, I'll leave that and let other people discover. But yeah, these games are pretty fun, you know, they're pretty accessible, right, because you got different difficulty options. When I played the demo of this, I did find at first, because I didn't really understand combat, because combat is quite different this, where I'm so used to like the flash dodging and guarding and all that this game is a bit different with that, where you can actually hold in your guard a lot longer, right? So in the demo I didn't know that. Playing this game I learned that, right? So yeah, it takes a while to get used to combat, because it does feel a bit more difficult than previous Ys games, which, you know, I don't mind, like, because you still have easy options and things like that, but playing on normal difficulty, I did find I had to adapt a bit more, and yeah, just had to kind of figure out a lot of the controls a bit more than previous Ys games, but it is still really fun, really solid, and yeah, I just found it's a bit more difficult, but yeah, that's it, so I'll do the outro, and I hope you enjoyed, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of preview look on this about some of the features. Like I said, I'm still playing through it, so there's probably a good number of little things I still don't know about in this game and all that, but, you know, I played a good few hours that, you know, have a good idea of kind of everything to expect with this game, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video helped you, you know, just if you were, yeah, on the fence on this, or just want to learn more about the Ys series a little bit, right? So yeah, again, hope this helped, as let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Right, thanks, and have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you just want to see any of my skits and then nothing else and leave the video, that's fine too. Thanks everyone, take care.